Okay, I want to do an abbreviated training on my leverage matrix. I've had a lot of new members since I've really hit this topic hard, and I want to make sure I bring it to the front of your attention as the end of the year is rounding out. Because the number one thing you must do is not over leverage. I promise you, your biggest losers were probably because a trade went against you. You added more contracts, you added more leverage, you moved your stop, and you crushed yourself. Why? Because you were not honoring your predetermined drawdown for that trade. You over leveraged. If you'd have never added to that trade and you could have been more patient, it would have been better than over leveraging. So leverage is key. If you can't control leverage, you should stop trading. You're not going to make it. You're going to hurt yourself. You must learn to control leverage. First step is calculating what that looks like under all scenarios. So let's have that discussion. And then in the first comment, I'm going to link to the longer video on this topic, plus a Google spreadsheet you can download that will help you walk through what you need to do. Okay? So let's look at this with a broader, wider paintbrush. So in the drawdown area, if you were willing to, let's say, lose $50 on a trade, and this is for micros, and your ideal stop loss based off your system was, say, 6 points, you could trade 2 micros. Boom, simple, done. 6-point stop loss, 2 contracts. I'm going to lose $50. Awesome. If you're willing to lose $300, and in this case, you could use a 4-point stop loss. I know I could trade 15 contracts. Either do all 15 at the ideal entry, spread them out, or do them by the wings. That's another video that I've discussed how you can enter trades. Let's say you're a big boy. You were willing to lose $1,000, and your ideal stop loss, let's say, was 8 points. Come over here and go, all right, I can do 25 MES contracts. Now, let's dial this in a little bit more with an example. Let's say you had a 25K Apex account that you could have a $1,500 drawdown. You could say, I'm going to do a $300 daily stop loss. Okay, so that would mean I need to, for me to blow this account, it would take 5 days of maximum loss. That's not going to happen with our system, most likely. I can't envision that's really going to happen. You should never blow an account on one day because it should take 5 days to do it under this scenario. So let's walk through it. So there's 3 ways to do it. You can do same leverage. Some of my traders love, they just do same leverage every trade, and that's it. I like the idea of a scaling leverage. Our system is so successful, I want to front load my risk to my first trade. We'll talk about it. And then you can also do it by trend. So let's discuss these. Let's say you hit that $300 daily loss limit, and you're going to use the same leverage. Well, that's $100 loss per trade. 33% of your daily loss limit is going to be per trade. Let's say your ideal stop on this trade was 6 points. You know you can use 3 contracts. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. The scaling leverage. We have a very high probability system. So I don't mind front loading my risk where 50% of my risk is on my first trade. So in this case, it'd be $150 stop loss. And let's say I had a 6-point stop loss. Let's just stick with that. 5 contracts. If I lose my 150, I have to drop to 50 now, which is basically 2 contracts. I have to stick with this $50 until I make back my 150. Basically, I'm flat on the day. And once I make back that 150, either stop or start back over with trade 1 risk profile. Okay? I like this idea too because if you have a loser, you scale down. A lot of people do what when they have a loser? They scale up because they want to make it back as quickly as they can. They can't stand the feeling of being down. So they increase their leverage in an emotional frenzy. If you are in an emotional frenzy, the last thing you should be doing is scaling up. Let's scale down. I think this is a very smart plan. Or you can go by trend. If we're in chop, I'm going to take less risk. If I'm trading with the trend, WTT with the trend, I'm willing to risk more. Okay? So that's how the leverage matrix works. And you want to work this out for yourself. You might be in a 300K account. You might have $1 million you're trading with. So everyone can be different. This is calculated out for MES in this example. The leverage metrics gives you more options. So make sure you download that Google spreadsheet. Go to the link in the first comment below to get the full training. And this full training is my gift to you. You do not have to be a member. It's my gift to the trading community. Have a great day.
Stay green, my friends. And to learn more about our group, go to microstrader.com.